Oh yes, hello. It's me. Yes, I am the Buppy Park. That's today was the day they announced the Miles Edgeworth games on the Nintendo Direct. I just got done watching the Direct. Live. Not really live, because I was somehow able to avoid Direct spoilers. All day I did not go on Twitter at all. I tried not looking on YouTube. I tried not going to Discord channels. I just fucking locked in at work, went home, and then I popped it in and reacted to the entire Direct, which you can probably find somewhere on my VOD channel if you're watching this posthumously. Is that the word for that? Sure. But yes, they did announce Miles Edgeworth games, which is, again, I guess, another collection of games we'll play for the channel, but in the future. Right now, though, we're doing the fifth case. Again, I also have never played any of the Miles Edgeworth games. I never played any Ace Attorney until, well, me playing these collections. So, yeah. I saw Phoenix Wright on Marvel vs. Capcom 3 once. That was a thing. He seemed good. He should be in more fighting games. He should be in Smash. That'd be nice. Or give Apollo some time to shine. Speaking of Apollo, we're back to this case, though. Enough about talking about the Direct. We're back on this case. Oh, we actually can see this. That's crazy. I guess because you saved. Oh, yes. Phoenix has prepared a new witness proving Mr. Arabal's guilt, betraying that Arabal. Tragic. We're going up against Phoenix Wright, my boss. He's taught me a lot about what it means to be a lawyer. The Phoenix Wright, with the help of Adina. We can do it. We got this. It'll be fine. Wow, I knew Mr. Wright would put up a tough fight, but wait, is the TV on? Oh, whoops! I think the TV is also on. Yes, it is. It's slightly. Didn't want it to echo. Yeah, just when I thought we had him, he turned the tables on us. He really is the turnabout terror. Yeah, it's just like the name of the games in Japan. Yep. We can't let him blindside us again. They got me again. 3 times in 1 year. That's a new record. That's please. I did not even. I said that. I didn't even read that. I said that before it came up. That's please. No more new records or bad puns while you're at it. We have enough of those as people's names. It's hard enough trying to help you as it is. Roger that. I'll be more careful next time. That is what Mr. Wright said true. Did you really pay a visit to Dr. Buff that night? Sure did. Can't remember the exact time, though. All I know is he wouldn't hand over that orb. Someone put it in his head that we rebels were dangerous. I mean, you guys are rebels. That would slightly be dangerous. It's kind of understood. But, you know, I know Dats. He seems like a cool guy. That's why it drew me out. So Doctor was still alive when Dats saw him. We'll still have to prove it, though. Better brace yourself, son. The next witness's testimony could make or break this case. Yeah, I know. Hey, where's Trucy? Please don't tell me she got kidnapped again. Please not again. She went to go see her dad. Maybe she's still mad. Yeah. We're like worried. Worried that this trial will create a rift between you two. No, it's fine. Just a friendly mentor-mentee rivalry going on. It's fine. I'll be alright. They're stronger than ever. And that you might then leave the agency. What? Stronger than ever. She has an active imagination. Excuse me. The trial will be resuming shortly. Well, let's go see what new testimony awaits us. Let's go see indeed. I'm assuming it's the kid. In the helicopter. That's the only other character we met that could be a witness. Alright, court is back in session. Mr. Wright, you said you had a witness? Your Honor, I would like to call the lone survivor to Doctor's murder to the stand. Wait, he can't mean that Sarge is here? You mean Dr. Buff's reclusive son? How did you get him to cooperate? Nothing a little persuasion couldn't handle. It's his helicopter, isn't it? The poor child only agreed to help if it meant catching the killer. Getting a kid like that to overcome his fear? Now that's impressive. This must be really important testimony for the kid to come out in the public like this. I got Dina just like probably read the case real fast because she fell asleep at the airport and was like, oh fuck. And then just immediately was like, alright, I gotta know every detail on this case. It's like, I got it, buddy. Like, immediately. Oh, whoa, Mr. White, please call your witness to the stand. Although I assume it will get Athena's mechanic, since it's a... Yeah, he's in a helicopter, isn't he? Yeah. We'll get Athena's mechanic for therapy. Oh. Oh my!
Sergeant Buff at your service, sir!
He's here as the drone.
Really?
Mr. Wright? What the fuck is the meaning of this? I'll throw this out. I'll disbar you. Past trauma has rendered it impossible for the witness to venture into public. Leaving home was hard enough, and it seems leaving the witness lobby was just too much. Oh, he's out in the witness lobby? Oh, I'm surprised that you got him that far. Well, at least as long as he's here, then good job, I guess. But I would still like to continue with the testimony delivered via this drone. I understand it must be terrible to lose one's father like that. A testimony via a remote control toy? Well, let's take things for a spin and see how it goes. Just who's piloting this trial anyway? I don't know these days. I don't know. Usually it's prosecutor, and I guess since Phoenix is technically prosecuting me, I guess he's piloting it. The judge sure warmed up to the idea fast. I think the phrase you're looking for is, gave up.
You disappoint me, Corporal Justice!
Oh god! I did not skip that! He just started shooting! Oh!
Defending the man who killed Papa? That's full-on treason, soldier! I hereby demote you back to private!
Corporal? Private? What's he talking about, Apollo? I don't know, he's been playing too much Call of Duty. Apollo's kidding. We've had a parrot and a walkie-talkie on the stand. This is just a normal Tuesday. No, you're right. And that one DLC case that you weren't here for. It's a long story. Now then, are you ready to testify, youngster? Oh, ghosts. We've had ghosts on the stand. Long lost twins, you name it. We've had them.
Locked and loaded, sir. Ready to rain letter down upon the perpetrator.
By the way, I'm still not sure if this is actually a child or an adult man. Like I said, this man is in his 60s. Which, you know, it's fine. People have agoraphobia. It's valid. But still, I'm not sure.
Papa met with someone the night he died. I didn't have eyes on the ground as I'd already mounted my siege defense. But I did hear him arguing with someone in his study. From my window, I saw the one designated Dax getting ejected from the premises. After that, the man lingered around the perimeter for some time. He must have regrouped and killed my papa in the study later. I just know it!
You didn't see it happen, though. So he was thrown out, but later returned and committed the murder. Did he? Yes, Your Honor. So the man my client saw really must have been fleeing Mr. Arable. Objection! Or, as he would say, objection! Right, you backstabbing. No good. I didn't kill no one.
It's the enemy! Ready all missiles!
Oh my god! Wow! Whoa! What is happening? You can't have explosives in the courtroom, bro.
Capitalist pig! I'll turn you into pork stroganoff!
Yeah, alright, wait, maybe we'll rid this kid. Down with capitalism.
And that's just a taste of my ultimate anti-swine weapon!
Oh, it fires missiles too? Yes, well, the witnesses are yours, Mr. Justice. That's maybe you should go back into the stands. What happened? Alright. Your father met with someone? Could you be more specific? I mean, I think he was going to be.
No. I was in the midst of a crucial defensive siege operation.
Right. You're referring to how you don't leave your room, correct?
You never know when the enemy might be lurking outside the siege perimeter.
What about, you know, school? Actually, now that I think about it, this just echoes Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, the girl who never leaves her apartment.
Oh, I don't go to boot camp. I'm a soldier. A sergeant doesn't associate with rookies still too green to fight.
With a kid like this, I bet Dr. Buff won't be getting any rest in the afterlife either. Oh, damn it. This is charging, but it's not charging. Well, that's just great. Hang on. I may charge it via USB. That's not good. Maybe it's my controller. I think it's maybe my controller. If I move it too much in one bit, I'm gonna just charge it via the wall. I have a wall charger here. It was very brave of you to come to the courthouse today. But what was that you said about a siege defense?
Oh, that. Well...
There, wait, it's alive for now.
I didn't have eyes on the...
Okay, yeah. Oops. Sarge, I've always wondered, who or what are you battling? Oh, agoraphobia.
That's... classified.
Even so, it may be relevant to this case. Objection! I don't know if you're the right person to be asking about things like that. Damn! Felix really said, Apollo, we know that you're a little insensitive to topics like this. Maybe you shouldn't be talking about this. That's right. Such matters need to be handled with a certain delicacy. I mean, yeah, Dina can talk about it. She's a licensed therapist / legal counsel. Oh, I guess curiosity got the better of me.
You're all talking, no action, soldier! Out on the battlefield, it ain't the number of pretty words in your repertoire, but the number of bullets in your gun belt that counts.
Easy for you to say. You're the one with all of them. Did the witness please tell the court what he saw and heard that night? An argument, huh? What was the argument about?
I heard things like, where's the orb? And, are you defiant dragons really criminals? It sounded real volatile, like a war might break out any second.
So the two of them had an argument, and Dats came to get the orb. Did you see or hear anything else?
Yeah, I heard them arguing, and then silence.
Well, you heard silence, but he got ejected. How was Mr. Arable acting?
Like a conquered trooper retreating with his tail between his legs.
Trooper. Well, I guess he does dress like he's in the military. I bet those two would have really hit it off had they met under different circumstances. Yeah, I can see that.
And so the defeated soldier was expelled. But that wasn't the end.
Like how the drone is just twirling its mustache, quote unquote. Its antenna mustache.
Hold it.
That does seem suspicious.
He kept hiding behind trees and telephone poles and stealing glances at our house.
Why is he? Why? You're not in spy movie. Come on, man. Well, they couldn't exactly leave without the orb.
But he was angry that he'd been kicked out.
Are you sure about that? We should proof on that. But don't you keep your front door unlocked? If so, then anyone could have gotten in.
That's true. Papa didn't keep our house locked up.
Maybe you should lock your doors, buddy.
He said there was no need because there were only good people in Kurine village.
Oof. Yet he ended up dead anyway.
Only a monster would do what they did to my kind and trusting Papa. There will be no mercy. I vow swift and terrible vengeance. I'll carpet bomb the killer with everything in my arsenal.
Stop firing at the audience. Well, I sympathize with you, witness. You will refrain from firing Catholic guns in this court. What is in those, by the way? Is it just like BBs or some shit?
So Sarge saw that too.
And just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, I wonder why he hung around after being thrown out.
I hate to say this, but if that's proven to be the killer, we'll lose the orb to the plaintiff. So our only option is to prove that the Fine Dragons had nothing to do with the murder.
He argued. That's getting ejected from the premises. When he left, lingered around the perimeter for some time. Whoop, did not mean to press that. Wait, from my window. Do you have a window? You can see that? I need to be specific. I need to know where you can see this kid.
Objection!
Okay, apparently not. There's something off about that statement. Seemed perfectly reasonable to me. No, something's definitely not right if you listen carefully. Where's his window? Gambler once sang, you've got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Oh, I loved this one. Know when to talk, walk away, know when to run. I don't know which penalty hurts more, the judges or they're singing. They were singing? God damn it. Yeah, I'm not gonna fold them. Petition sought Dad's fleeing the murder scene the night of the murder. One of the books is stained with coffee. Helicopter drone operated by the doctor's kit, equipped with camera and microphone. Can't see the second floor area completely because this room is kind of hidden away. Read anything without these. They were found on his desk. Cause of death, cerebral hemorrhaging after being struck on the back of the head with the corner of an unidentified object. This one's a little hard, which I think is the Founder's Orb.
Hold it!
Sometimes there's a blue dot bubble, and it's the statement you want to be looking at. Sometimes. You didn't say I didn't have eyes on the ground, but I mean you have your drone, don't you? From my window, I saw the one designated DATS getting ejected from the premises. He said fleeing before.
Objection!
Oh, I guess the same. I feel like every time I return to this game, I'm like in the middle of a trial, I was like, I'm gonna be stuck in one day. Yeah, what about the orb transfer agreement? I mean, I guess it could be under duress, but... must have regrouped and killed my papa in the study later. Why? Why would he do that? He had the orb transfer agreement. He got it. He didn't mention it in his original testimony, but he mentioned it in one of when I pressed him on something.
Objection!
No, not that one. This one's actually kind of hard. Hang on, what did they say after this? So I saw that's too. Why did he hung around after being thrown out? Okay, so it's that statement. But if that's proven to be the killer... Got it. So it's that statement in particular. Why hanging around? Man lingered around the perimeter for some time. But why? You had the agreement.
Objection!
I said you had the agreement. That statement contradicts with this piece of evidence. And just how does it contradict with the evidence, Mr. Justice? Can I have about 5 minutes to figure out the answer to that? The defense will figure it out before he presents his evidence next time. Sounds like a plan. So it's not the transfer agreement. Why would he linger? Did I press this already? I did. I pressed all of them. Trees and telephone poles stealing glances at our house. What about this? If he was lingering around for the orb, but he didn't have the orb on him, he hid in the ruins before his untimely death.
Objection!
No. I was confused because the whirring of the helicopter went away. I was like, oh, maybe this is it. No, never mind. After that, why would you linger around? Addison saw Dats fleeing the murder scene. So in the scene at the night of the murder one, the books are stained with coffee. This is difficult. I don't know why I can't get this. Crystal Army Fae. Don't know.
Objection!
It's been a while since I've been stuck on these things. I think I've been stuck on other like mechanics of the game, but this one just a regular statement and finding a contradiction. Did hear him arguing with someone in the study. What's this one? See, acting. No, I pressed this one before.
Hold it!
Pew 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 pew. What are we looking for? I thought things could get any worse. Hung around after being thrown out. We didn't have eyes on the ground. I mean...
Objection!
Okay, yeah, it was this. It's like, why didn't you use your drone to see him? Sarge, are you hiding something from me? So it was all we were trying to find out if he was hiding something. Damn it, Sarge!
How dare you ask your superior officer like that? You want to get in on this Stroganoff action with Pig Boy over there, soldier?
I don't even know what that means! Sorry, but I'm afraid lawyers are missile-proof.
What?
What does French care to explain? It's simple, Your Honor. Just as he is able to see what is happening in court right now, Sarge was able to see what was happening in the study then. With his cherished drone, of course. Oh! Now that you mention it. And to think, the answer was right before our eyes this whole time. Sarge, you were perfectly capable of patrolling the study that night. So you must have seen something.
Ah! I'm hit. What is this strange new weaponry you're using against me?
Courtroom warriors don't use guns or missiles because evidence is their only weapon of choice. And the evidence has exposed your bald-faced lie. My truth bomb, Sarge, has stripped your defenses bare.
Truth bomb?
May go now! Oh, we broke the drone, guys. Good job. You know how much that costs? Oh my, are you alright?
Evidence? Never have I seen such a fearsome ordinance.
Yo, once you step in this place, we can just fire evidence at people, make them break down entirely. Tell it to us straight, Sarge. Phoenix once made a man bang his head onto a wall repeatedly. He just kept doing that. Oh, he killed himself doing it. After all, you want to help your father, don't you?
Papa.
Yes. You want to find out who killed him, don't you? So please, tell us what you saw that night.
It's not what you think. I I didn't see anything. I swear.
You sure? You seem awfully stressed for someone who didn't see anything. Ah! And then Apollo died. Sarge, you need to answer my question.
Shut your pie hole, maggot! It'll be a scorching day in Siberia before a lowly private like you orders me around.
Siberia? What's with him in Siberia of all places? But if a scorching day is what it'll take, then maybe it's time to turn up the heat. Hey, Dina. You think a therapy session might help? Well, it could help alleviate some of his anxiety. Plus, I'm picking up a lot of discord in Sarge's voice. Are you sure that's not just static? That usually means the patient wants to say something, but can't for some reason. And in Sarge's case, I imagine whatever's plaguing him is pretty severe. In that case, I'll leave it to you and your mood matrix magic.
You got it.
Your Honor, I believe I can be of help here. Time for a therapy session, is it, Miss Sykes?
Yes, it will help the witness with his anxiety. Maybe even enough to testify.
By all means, please bring the poor child out into the light of day. Oh, but I assume this will be alright with you, Mr. Wright? Why not? That sounds like we all haven't been through this before.
What are you butting in for, lady? There ain't no place on this battlefield for you. Objection.
I beg to differ, Sarge. This G.I. Jane's always ready to fight in the courtroom. G.I. Jane. And wait until you see what I've got in my arsenal. Analytical psychology. With it, I'm gonna blow a big hole in that armor you've built around your heart. Ah! There's evidence.
Now analytical psychology? Where are these MWMDs coming from? Well, if it's a battle you want, bring it on! You may have started this war, but I'm gonna end it. Corpse woman Sykes.
That's the nickname you gave her?
You got it, Sarge. Time to seek out the agony buried deep in your heart.
Brace yourself. Time to bring up our Google Glass.
I stayed in my room with my drone that evening.
Just playing around in his room with the drone.
I heard Dad and Papa arguing with each other. Dad's got kicked out. I saw him still hanging around outside. I was in my room, so I didn't know Papa was dead until the next day.
So, I'm looking for unexpected emotions and unnatural reactions, right?
Right. Emotions and reactions that don't fit the content of his testimony.
When you find one, make sure you point it out to me. Also, remember not to view his emotional reactions in isolation. Sometimes it's important to see how they change from one statement to the next. Okay, I'll give it a try. So he was sad with his room, and then stayed in his room in his drone. Getting a little more sad and surprised that they're arguing. He's like, what the heck is going on down there? Still sad, still surprised that he's out there. I mean, he was less surprised about this, so he expected him to die?
Got it!
Or something along those lines. That's strange. You reacted with shock when you discovered your father's body. You weren't nearly as shocked then as when you saw Mr. Arabal. Normally, you'd expect the death of one's father to be more impactful.
Enemy fire! Direct it!
That is strange. I wonder what it could mean. Well, we know he wasn't as affected by his father's death as he should have been. And I think I know why. Oh? Sarge, you weren't as shocked at seeing your father's body as seeing Mr. Arbol because, scared of Mr. Arbol, you'd already seen his body. Something else shocked you. Scared of Mr. Horrible. Sarge, maybe the truth is you left your room that night. And that's when you saw it. Your father's body.
I saw no such thing.
Really? You didn't see his body? Alright then. What did you see?
Come on, testify, man.
Helicopter?
Look, Apollo. We saw some noise.
Just as I suspected, you really did see something. Sarge, please, tell us what you saw.
But...
What's going on here? Was he sworn into secrecy?
The moment I saw it, I couldn't bear it. Couldn't stand to lose and get another loved one.
Huh? Am I missing something here? Is that why you weren't very shocked when you found out your father was dead? Because you'd already sensed that he was a goner somehow.
Maybe.
Please, Sarge. What was it you saw on the night of your father's murder?
I saw...
Oh, you good, buddy? What's happening? He's transforming. I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, no more, please.
No, wait, come back, Sarge.
Help.
Oh, did you just... What? Why did you take that? No, we still need that for therapy. Please.
I've confiscated your little toy. The battlefield has no place for unauthorized equipment. Widgets!
Apollo, I can't continue the session without him.
Call yourself this instant witness. I hereby order you to submit to your therapy session.
What in the blazes? Did he steal his gavel?
Look at me. I'm judge, jury, and executioner now. I hereby convene a military tribunal.
I think the witness is maybe having a bit of a panic attack. I don't know what we should do. Whoa, it's gone way too far.
Bella, what's that wrong this instant?
Stop resisting. Maybe you don't come quietly. Fire!
Give Widget back right now.
The big attacks. Oh my god, it's terrible. Bodies are fleeing everywhere. Such a tragedy. What happened? Did the trial end? Oh, everything's back to normal. Oh my god. Yeah, finally got him back. Okay. Nice work.
This witness is truly a handful.
Oh, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Miss Sykes, what's the witness's current psychological state? Let's see, he's emotionally all over the map. So his out of control emotions are in control of him. Huh. Does that mean we can calm him down if we can figure out the root cause? Yes, so let's see what we can find. Sarge, can you hear me? Is that you, Corpse Woman Sykes? I'm here. Now, I want you to take a few deep breaths. Just try to relax. Try it with me. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And out, and out. And now, let your emotions take you where they will. Oh! Attack! Oops, sorry. Go on, just let it all out. Oh, forces attack! That's the least relaxing breathing exercise I've ever seen. Actually, yeah, I should go get. I keep putting my water in the freezer so it can get cold. It's because there's a little water bottle. Hang on. Alright, back, sorry. After he got kicked out. When?
I heard more fighting and I got worried about Papa. So I left my room, but suddenly I got dizzy and passed out. I remember a flame lighting up the room and Papa grinning with delight.
What?
And that's when he must have been killed. If only I hadn't passed out. So he has two out of control emotions, huh? And all we have to do is find out what's causing them to run wild like this. Yes, whatever the cause, it should appear somewhere in the mood matrix. Let me know if you think you found it. Easier said than done. Don't suppose you have any ideas on where to start? Well, I would think about Sarge's personality and his past. Those are the things that shape a person's emotions. You should be able to find something to work with from there. Personality in his past. After he leaves his room, this scene passed out. And then there's a flame lighting the room. And that. Okay, it's either the fire or the object that's in a blue rectangle. Let's go with blue rectangle object that we still can't figure out what the weapon is. Got it. No. Okay. That doesn't seem to be the cause of this current emotional state. I could sure use a clue or two right about now. A person's personality and past shapes their emotional responses. Consider everything you know about Sarge. That's where you'll find the clues you need. Everything I know about Sarge. Didn't her mom, like, die in a fire? So that's... Yeah, that's depressing. That would definitely be the fire. Got it! For some reason he's holding fire, which is, you know, bringing up a lot of bad memories. That's it! Sarge, you were overcome with shock and fear when you saw those flames, weren't you? Was I? Yes. Just 6 months ago, you and your mother were caught up in an arsonist's blaze. So it's no wonder you would be extremely scared of fire. Yes, that does make sense. And maybe, just maybe, your subconscious fear of fire was what caused you to withdraw from the world. What do you mean, corpse woman Sykes? In the outside world, you were bound to come across all sorts of fire. Candles, cigarettes, heck, even the grill at a diner. Even if it's not that often, just the idea that you might see them grew bigger and bigger until you couldn't shut it out. I think you might be onto something. Candles, cigarettes, just thinking about them sends a chill down my spine. Wow, things I take for granted. Now I see. I was afraid of the fire. Strange, I didn't even realize it myself. About that fire, Sarge, can you tell me what it was burning? Just stay calm, and maybe something will come to you. He's trying. I'm starting to remember. It was.
It was.
It was that relic!
Huh?
The relic Papa was studying. It was on fire!
The orb was on fire?
It's still kind of fuzzy. But yes, the orb was burning right in front of Papa. And there, in the flames was... Mama? Yes, now I remember. I saw Mama appear amid the dancing flames!
Wait, what? Is he summoning a... Is he summoning fucking hell? What's happening? Part of this could be his hallucination. Like he's just so traumatized by the fire that his mom, I believe, burning alive, that this is just what happened. What's going on here? Or the orb can summon the dead.
Maybe it's a memory from the fire that killed his mother. It might be confusing with what really happened when his father died.
So let me guess. More therapy?
Yep, but this time it seems there's an inconsistency in the statements, and I think we should be able to prove it with the evidence at hand.
I hope this inconsistency is the key to proving that the relic really is the Founder's Orb. Huh. Flame lighting up in the room, Papa grinning with delight. The relic was on fire, and I saw Mama's face inside. That's when Papa must have been killed. If only I hadn't passed out. Doctor hid in the ruins before his untimely death.
Objection!
I think we're gonna get to my theory. My theory that the person who hid the orb in the ruins is not the doctor. Don't blame yourself, Sarge. After all, even if you hadn't passed out, the outcome would have been the same.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the time of death. Your father wasn't killed right after you left your room.
What? Explain yourself at once, Private Justice!
You said you saw your father burning the orb, right? But that night, he went out to hide it in a cave. So what you saw, Sarge, something that happened before your father left to hide the orb. So you see, you didn't pass out right before he was killed. You passed out right before he left for the cave to hide the orb in the ruins within.
So, even if I hadn't passed out?
That's right. The outcome would have been exactly the same. That's because your father, Dr. Buff, was killed after he returned from the ruins. Therefore, Sarge, there's no need for you to blame yourself.
Ah, I see.
That being said, my theory is correct. Then, sadly, this entire thing is actually false. At least Apollo's trying to help him out. What a good guy.
Private Justice. Can you really say I bear no blame in this?
Why do you ask?
Because the truth is, if I hadn't engaged in my siege defense, Papa would still be alive.
Sarge.
Papa wished nothing more than for me to lead a happy, healthy life. That's why he quit his job and moved us out away from the big city. But even then, I didn't have the courage to set foot in the outside world. And in the end, I failed to make Papa's wish come true.
Oh. Listen, your dad was still robbing things. He would have gone out to this city, outside the city anyway. He would have been like in Karine Village, getting all the artifacts. Sarge? Oh, that's a team. I thought that's what's coming back for some reason. If you want to make your father's wish come true, if that's what you really want, then who's to say it's too late? Why don't you take the first step now?
My first step?
That's right. You can cast off all your regret. You can stop standing still and start moving forward. You have the power within you. I know from experience. I know what it's like to feel like you do. But only you can decide to take that first step. Only you can prevent forest fires. If you don't change your tactics now, Sarge, the victory you seek in the war you're waging will always lie beyond your grasp. He's really thinking.
I think I understand now. I've made up my mind. As of this moment, I will suspend my siege defense indefinitely.
Okay, well, you could take baby steps, though. I mean, I'd say you, like, go out to buy... Oh, my goodness. I didn't even know he was in a wheelchair. Look at that. He's trying his best. That's a lady? Oh. Good for them. Huh?
Sergeant Buff, reporting for duty.
What? I thought you were a guy. Apollo. Hello, how dare you? You know, just gender norms. Even though I also thought the same thing, but you, Apollo, you should know better.
You're definitely not a gruff drill sergeant I envisioned. My mama was in the Russian army.
Oh my gosh. I was just as shocked, but it certainly explained a few things when I found out too. May I introduce you to Miss Army Buff? Wow. What a name. Age 12. So it is a 12-year-old. Okay. Or a child, I mean. I was half expecting it to be an older person, but alright. No way.
Careful, soldier. Don't you forget I could blow you away at any moment's notice. He's just too cute.
So, have you always been in a wheelchair, Sarge?
Negative. Only since I was injured. In the fire.
This one's awfully different from before.
Voice changer, duh. He's playing around with the thing, it's adorable. My drone features a voice modulation device. It's just one of my army's many technological marvels.
You fooled me. I thought some 20-something military fanatic was on the controls.
Oh, okay, so they all thought they were older, okay. I mean, I really didn't know what voice to give him anyway. No one really said anything.
If it's all the same with you, troops, I'd like to continue my testimony. I just remembered something, and it's crisp and clear as a trumpet at roll call.
What did you remember?
It wasn't my mother who appeared in the burning orb. It was some lady Papa had shown me a picture of a long time ago.
It's gonna be Army Faye.
He said it was...
The founding... What?
The Holy Mother, the founder of Koreanism.
What?
She appeared right there, right in the burning orb.
Huh? What did you say? Yup. Okay. Well, we win. That's Karinism. Well, we can go home, everybody. She's proving it. Good for you, girl.
The Holy Mother, Karinism was in the burning orb. What does that even mean?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Could it be? Could this explain what Sarge means by the Holy Mother appearing in the burning orb? Descending upon all her glory, the founder bestows to create its power. Oh, offer thy prayers as fervent as fire. Only then shall the Holy Mother return. We're cooking now, baby. Literally, he started cooking the orb and it was like, aha!
Dr. Buff's research notes. What do they have to do with this? Look at this. The burning orb, the appearance of the founder. This part points to both.
Boop. There's a legend about the orb involving a mysterious riddle. And this song in turn is said to contain the key to solving it. If the legend is true, then I believe the answer lies in this part of the song. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire, only then shall the Holy Mother return. Well, anyone see where I'm going with this? I'm gonna set it on fire. Prayers as fervent as fire.
You're supposed to set the orb on fire?
The whole stanza seems to suggest that the founder will appear if the orb is set on fire.
Wait. So the doctor, he...
That's what he was doing. Yes, Adina. He had solved the ancient riddle of the founder's orb. Oh my! He made a fucking discovery and sadly he passed away. And by passed away, I mean he was murdered. Murdered, poor dude. He discovered something big.
Papa was a great archaeologist, so I believe in him, and I want to believe he achieved his long-time dream of solving the riddle before he died.
Well, we won't know for sure until we try for ourselves. If you want to exit the room, you can.
Yes, do it, Prophet Justice, please.
Oh man, what a brave girl.
I want to see what my papa was searching for with my own eyes.
Objection! Objection! The plaintiff must object to this. Objection! Objection! Why? Plaintiff will stand down and be quiet. Oh, backtalking your mentor. Damn. Objection! You don't have the right to set a precious relic like that on fire. Objection! Just continuously saying objection to each other. Oh, but I do. All I needed was Sarge's permission. Since we still don't know if this treasure is the Founder's Orb or the Crystal of Ami Fe, any ownership rights the Doctor had now belong to his daughter. Therefore, you have absolutely no right to stop us. Oh, damn, we got him. We got him. Well, Mr. Justice, I never thought I'd be saying this, but you may burn the evidence. Woo! Burn it all. All right, here we go. And we got a letter. Oh, look at this 3D models. Set this baby on fire. Reminds me when Phoenix had to move around that puzzle. Oh? Look.
Apollo, the inside of the orb, it's melting.
She's shaking her hands. There's something in there. Oh my god. Ah! We've seen her face. Dirk! Isn't she? Her card leaves no room for doubt. It's the Founder herself! Face and all. I don't understand. The greatest of taboos in Koreanism. It's a depiction of the Founder's face. I mean, it's the Holy Orb, so I assume that's the only one you can use it on. Here it is. Hidden within this orb. The Founder's Orb. There she is, baby. Heating the Founder's Orb. Reveal the statue within. Did he like fill it back up or something? Or, like, what are we talking about here? Sorry, Mr. Wright. But as you can see, the issue is crystal clear. Yeah. The figure is the Holy Mother, founder of Korainism. And based on that, this must be none other than the Founder's Orb! Objection! Be that as it may, Mr. Arabal still may have killed the Doctor. If so, it would render the orb transfer agreement null and void. Don't play dumb, Mr. Wright. The truth of the matter has already been proven. Dr. Buff wasn't killed right after Sarge saw Mr. Arabal. It happened after the Doctor came back from hiding the orb. And you've no proof that Mr. Arabal was still around at the time. Your claim that the Defiant Dragons were behind the crime doesn't hold water. And that means the orb transfer agreement is still perfectly valid. Admit it, Mr. Wright. I just burned your whole case to the ground. Oh. No! Oh, not cheap viewers! Get out of here! I won? I actually won! We did it, baby! Although we still haven't proven who murdered the Doctor, but we did it, baby! Mr. Wright! Did you get to respond? Respond? No, don't worry. He will not get out of this one. He won't bluff his way out of this one. What is he, a bluff master? I didn't think so. Wait, did we just win? Did we actually beat the Turnabout Terror? You're amazing, Apollo. Don't just stand there, right? Do something! Well, I don't think there's anything taking out of this hole. Mr. Addison Wimperson, I think it's time for your concession speech. I have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is the Founder's Orb. The facts don't lie, but you obviously do. How's that for a campaign slogan? Why, you contemptuous peasant. Don't antagonize men who possibly murdered the Doctor. I think this is a good time to wrap up this trial. If both parties have no further objections, I will render my verdict. No objections here, Your Honor. No, hold it! Yeah, it's him. You can't do this. The crystal is mine! I'll lose the election if I lose that crystal! I'm sorry, but there's really nothing more I can do. You haven't forgotten about our little chat, have you? Huh? What's going on? Are you getting blackmailed? What's going on here? Objection! Objection! Your Honor, I object to the defense's last claim. What? I don't believe they had truly proven that the relic is indeed the Founder's Orb. Objection! Objection! Mr. Wright, I don't think even you could bluff your way out of this one. What, look at it, it's the Founder's Orb. What possible argument could you have to claim that this isn't the Founder's Orb? Oh, you know what? There is one way you can claim it. Is usually they don't depict the Founder's face. So, if this thing does that, I mean, we don't know what the Founder really looks like. It could be anybody. It could just be an imitation. Who knows? You could say that. About that. Come on, Felix. Come on, man. Just say you don't really know if it is. Oh, of course. He can't possibly have hit on something. The defense's assertion is incomplete. And this is why. The claim that this relic is the Founder's Orb is based on a legend. And that legend claimed that the Founder will return when the riddle is solved at last. Right. And that's what happened. The Founder was revealed for all to see. But Mr. Justice, what about the rest of the legend? Huh? Oh? According to the legend, once the Founder returned, she would bestow spiritual power onto the person who solved the riddle. Yeah. You're kidding, right? Your argument Is that because the orb didn't give you mystical powers? It's not the orb? Are you insane? I cannot hold water in a court of law. What are you talking about? Well, Mr. Justice, do you feel great spiritual power coursing through your veins? I mean, maybe he was on the doctor and he's already dead, so I don't know what you want me to do, buddy. No, you could just lie. You could lie. You technically do have powers, so you could have lied. But receiving spiritual powers and stuff, it's all just mystic mumbo jumbo, right? Maybe so. But you're the one basing your claim on said legend. And what we saw here does not fully fulfill it, does it? No, but consequently, you cannot rightfully claim that this is the Founder's Orb. Oh. Let me open the child's up. This is some bullshit. What's got into him? Why is Mr. Wright doing this? It would appear that Mr. Wright has lost some few of his marbles. Even the judge is like, what is he talking about? This is ridiculous. You can't just gain power from the orb just because that couldn't be further from the truth, Your Honor. Alright, I'm just gonna try. In any case, I believe this is a good time for a recess. Both sides will have to 20 minutes to prepare. What? What are you talking about? I asked that all of our arguments be ready by then. Oh, and Mr. Wright, you do well to wash up and find your missing marbles by then too. Okay. Phoenix, buddy, what are you doing? Mr. Ray is sure acting funny. Did someone kidnap Maya again? Maya hasn't been here for a little bit. She said she was coming home, so I mean, it's possible they kidnapped her again. I was like, God damn it. I mean, he's famous for going out on a limb, but that last assertion was just plain crazy. It's either a bluff or Hail Mary. Either way, it doesn't make much sense. Maybe there's something we're missing here. Although, he seemed perfectly normal when we spoke earlier. Also, hello, Tracy. Come back to this side. Apollo, I have a bad feeling about this. I'm gonna go check up on him. Okay. What's going on with you, Mr. Wright? Hey, Private Justice! Oh, Sarge. What up, Sarge? I forgot to mention something. On the night of Papa's murder, a strange thing happened. Oh? Why are you only telling me about it now? Well, I didn't say anything before because I thought Papa's death was an accident. But now that we know otherwise, I figured it might be important. There's still more to this case. I mean, yeah. We still haven't solved the actual murder. And I left my room and lost consciousness. I passed out right here. That's right above the coffee bar. But when I came to, someone was pushing my wheelchair. What? I was so scared. I beat a hasty retreat as fast as my wheels could take me. Do you know who it was? No. It was pitch black. Plus, I fled to my room so fast, I didn't have a chance to turn on the lights. Maybe it was your father. No, he would have said something to me. Besides, I'd have known if it was him. So then it could have been your father's real killer. My thoughts exactly. But you didn't report this to the police. It didn't even occur to me. It's okay. You were obviously still upset, so don't beat yourself up about it. Okay, so the killer was probably gonna, as dark as this is, by the diagram, if she was up there and over the coffee bar, my guess is the killer was gonna attempt to take her for a ride down the stairs and be like, well, she fell accidentally. Which would have been bad. Either stairs would have done. Which would have been very tragic. But she thankfully came to and then immediately was like, I'm fucking out of here, bro. I'm going back to my room. And I still think the killer is indeed the only other character introduced in this case, Mr. Paul Addison.
Apollo, this could be really important information. I think the act of pushing Sarge's wheelchair could be part of some bigger scheme. It's hard to see why else the killer would have done such a thing.
I guess I should take her statement down as evidence. She fled to her room when she realized someone had moved her while she'd been unconscious on the second floor. Oh, welcome back, Adina. Did he tell you the truth? Is someone kidnapped? It's Maya again. That rascal. What's with the long face? You're not gonna leave my side, are you? Don't do this, Adina. I need you. How'd it go with Mr. Right? What? What should I... Adina? Huh? Sorry. Zone out there for a sec. The recess is almost over, so let's go! What was that all about? This isn't good. This is bad. There's some other secret thing happening here.
Alright, court is once again back in session. Mr. Wright, about that last objection you raised, are you, do we need a therapy session for you or what?
We, the plaintiffs, still believe that the defense has yet to sufficiently prove its case. They claim that according to legend, the Founder's Orb would bestow spiritual power, but the relic in question has failed to do so. Therefore, it has failed its own test. That has been our claim, and I've taken by it. Buddy, you had 20 minutes. You had 20 minutes to come up with something else. You couldn't come up with something more plausible, bro, buddy? Come on, man.
I see.
He's sticking with a ridiculous argument? Judge, come on, and the trial. It doesn't work. Furthermore, even if it is the Founder's Orb, it can't be awarded to Defiant Dragons. After all, they were the ones who killed Dr. Puff. Objection! Objection! What are you talking about? That was already proven to be false. There are no grounds for asserting that the Defiant Dragons murdered the Doctor. Oh, but I'm afraid there are, Mr. Justice. Your Honor, I would like to present new testimony to this court. Testimony that will show that Ereball did in fact kill Dr. Buff. What?
Very well, you may call your witness.
I guess Mr. Wright found another new angle. What new testimony could there be this late in the game? He comes up in the sand and he's like, it's me. Oh no, it's... Oh, fucker, goddammit. Are we ready to see a breakdown? Because I'm definitely sure you murdered that dude. Fellow citizens, it is I, Paul Addison, the once and future representative of the people. Jeez, not him again. My client divulged new information during the recess. He remembered something he saw, you see. Something crucial to this case. How very convenient. It was around 11 at night, and I was out on a mobile meet and greet around the village. That's when I saw Dr. Buff being murdered from outside his study window. Mr. Arbos snuck up from behind and struck him on the head. His weapon of choice? A suitcase. A big, strong man like him could easily swing a heavy suitcase into someone's head. Right. You saw the murder as it happened? And you're just telling us now because? I saved the best for last. It's a tactic known to all the political greats. I mean, that's just in general media, but okay. The murder weapon was a complete mystery. Our client's eyewitness account has finally brought it into light.
According to the autopsy report, Dr. Puff was struck in the head by the corner of some object. I suppose that could very well be the corner of a suitcase.
Objection! But eyewitness testimony isn't the same as hard evidence. Oh? I wouldn't worry about that if I were you. Don't tell me you tested the luminol on the fucking suitcase. What's that supposed to mean? We have physical evidence too. A luminol test revealed. Yeah, but that wasn't there. So, okay, so this is the murder weapon. I thought it was the orb, but it's definitely the murder weapon. But, that's left his suitcase there. So it's definitely still him, Mr. Addison. The doctor's blood on Mr. Araball's suitcase. Really? But how does that prove Mr. Araball used it as a weapon? Objection! You should know the answer to that, Mr. Justice. Since you know as well as I that the suitcase is covered in his fingerprints. I forgot we dusted it right in front of Emma. Damn it! Damn you, Luminol. The turnabout terror strikes again. This is quite convincing testimony and evidence. Nevertheless, you may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Justice. Cross-examination. Gonna fucking cross-examine this guy, alright. 11 at night, huh? You were on a so-called mobile meet and greet at 11 at night? Was anyone even meeting you? That's right. It's the perfect time because everyone is at home. You should have seen how the villagers' eyes teared up when they heard what I had to say. With tears of frustration, no doubt. They were like, please stop fucking blaring your stupid music, damn microphone. You weren't riding around in your palanquin? That's right. Some village idiot reported me to the police. Oh my god. I've been banned from using it after dark. I should have banned you from using it at all. No wonder with all the noise he makes. So what exactly did you see then? How come you didn't say anything about this until now? Sounds like you witnessed something rather shocking. Indeed. I didn't even believe it at first. I mean, a vicious murder in Quran? There haven't been any murders here. There, I take it. Well, kind of have been, actually. Long ago. If I'm elected, I promise you that such a terrible tragedy will never happen again. A vote for me is a vote to banish murder forever from our beloved Quran village. Yeah, good luck with that. Mr. Addison Wimperson, please tell the court what you saw at the scene of the crime. Hold it. He snuck up from behind. So you're saying the doctor never even realized Mr. Araball was there? That's right. He was utterly absorbed in a book. I see. What did you see Mr. Araball do next? He climbed up the bookshelf ladder and dumped a bunch of books down onto his body. I believe he was trying to make it look like an accident. But that idiot didn't realize I could see everything from outside the window. Why don't we test some fingerprints on the ladder? Maybe we'll see his prints. No, we shouldn't do that. That's illegal now. I'm making it illegal when I'm elected. Oh. I see. One of those statements doesn't feel right. Your Honor, I believe the witness made an important statement just about how, let's see, climbed up the bookshelf ladder and dumped a bunch of books down on his body. And in the image, there are a bunch of books on his body, yeah. Well, it's possible that he did that. He's trying to make it look like an accident. I could see everything from outside the window. No, it's in there. You can't see that. The crime was clearly visible. That's an idiot! No, I'm sorry, that's... I love you, buddy, but I gotta. That is an idiot. The witness said Mr. Arable is an idiot. That's a key piece of information. Oh, you jumped the bandwagon, AJ? I'm no idiot, you hear? I broke out of jail. I failed to see how that is a key piece of information. Yeah, I guess it's not, is it? It seems there's no need to add it to the witness's testimony. So let's get on with it, shall we? No, I don't. Damn it. It's very important, though. We need to know that he's an idiot. Anyway, yeah, the crime wasn't clearly visible. If it was a crime at all that he saw. The crime was visible through the window. That's earth-shattering testimony. Is it? Because to my ears, it sounds like a rather obvious fact. Oh, sorry. I'm good then. Very well. Will the witness please continue with his testimony? What? You can see there's an indent. You can't really see the person. I mean, I guess if you actually think about the angle. Sure, but look at the indent of the bookcase. If you were in there, you could maybe hide yourself. Although, I guess the body being... whatever. Fine. He was reading the book. That was also a thing. There was coffee stains on the book. The doctor was reading a book. The doctor was reading a book at the time of the murder. That's vital testimony. Very well, the witness will please add that statement to his testimony. The doctor was standing in front of the bookshelves, absorbed in a book.
Objection!
It's not that one. Actually, I don't think I said. Oh, yeah. Reading a book. In my ice cream bar. Alright, so we're in a book. Let me see. That's why we just press it for now. You watched a murderer commit his crime and did nothing to stop it. That doesn't sound like a good way to score points with the voting public. I'm a politician, not a superhero. I'm under no obligation to risk life and limb. He sure is quick to deny his obligations when there's nothing in it for him. I'm getting tired of listening to his endless campaigning and flimsy rationalizations. About your testimony, Mr. Addison Wimperson. You said Mr. Arable struck the doctor from behind while he was absorbed in a book. Yes, that's exactly what happened. It's weapon of choice? Weapon of choice, a suitcase. Are you sure? Positive. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Yet despite your certainty, you kept quiet about it until now. No, I was waiting. I knew there would be a perfect chance to talk about it later. Information must always be disclosed in a strategic manner. That is one of the lessons of kingcraft, as taught by the Attishon clan. Is there a lesson by chance in the Attishon kingcraft guidebook on being honest? No, that's that didn't fit in the book in the final edit. Anyway, I saw Mr. Arable commit that heinous crime. Big, strong man like him could easily swing a heavy suitcase into someone's head. Hey, yo?
Hold it!
Addison X Dax? That's? I was gonna say Dax. I was like, oh? The marsupial from Dax. Giant Dax. No, that's not it. No, not that. I'd have to agree. That suitcase is really heavy. He's really strong. Wait a second. How did you know it was so heavy? For all you knew, it could have been empty.
Objection!
Objection! My client witnessed the crime in progress, so naturally he saw Mr. Arbol straining to lift what was obviously a heavy suitcase. I can't say I'm a fan of you trying to discredit my client by tripping him up, Mr. Justice. I'm just doing what you always do, Mr. Right. I'm just doing what you taught me, Dad! That above was struck from behind while he was absorbing that bug? Must have been really into it. Doesn't add up. What doesn't? Lodged in his lung, I'm sure of it. Okay, I just need to know what evidence to pick against this.
Hold it!
Whoops. There we go, just hold this. Sometimes I press the wrong button. What the diagram? There's bookshelves, coffee bar. The coffee bar's over there, though. There was coffee stains. That means he wasn't there.
Objection!
Oh, guess not. I'll take that hit, though. I think I forgot to save. This also says the final cross-examination, so, we're near the end here. I just need to figure this out. Box containing the Founder's Orb. I thought this would be it. Anything in front of the bookshelves, absorbed in a book. Wait, all right, he doesn't have his glasses on, he can't read. Totally forgot about that.
Objection!
I swear I looked at that piece of evidence a couple times. It's like, I wonder when this will come up. And then I just forgot about the glasses. The doctor was standing in front of the bookshelves, absorbing a book, you say? I'm sorry, but it seems your testimony is completely unreliable. That's quite a bold statement. Well, let's hear you back it up. I challenge you to prove that I am anything but 100% reliable. It would be my pleasure. Lately, it seems the doctor's eyes had gotten so bad he needed reading glasses. However, his reading glasses were over on his desk. So you see, there's no way he could have been reading in front of the bookshelves. Ah! I'm sorry, Mr. Addison Wimperson, but I'm gonna have to ask you to explain this discrepancy to the voting public. You what? You what, mate? I'll explain it. You lowly cur! I simply made a mistake, you see. The doctor was actually sitting at his desk when Mr. Arbol hit him over the head. But then the doctor would have been facing him. Surely he would have seen him and tried to run? Question mark? The Dr. Buff was nodding off. I could tell because his eyes were closed and he wasn't moving. Sounds more like what you would do. Now how do you explain the fact that he was struck in the back of the head? Isn't that something that would be impossible from the front of a desk? Oh, how about that? he bowed his head when he nodded off. That's when he was clobbered.
So that's what you saw?
What?
Well, Mr. Justice, that sounds like a perfectly reasonable explanation to me. Do you have any problem with the proposal that the doctor was struck while nodding off?
I got a big problem with that. That's ridiculous. It's like, oh, you're just looking up and just sleeping like that. There is a problem, a very big problem. The witness's statement doesn't hold up under the slightest bit of scrutiny.
Is that so? Then will you please show this court what evidence you have to justify this?
Gladly, Your Honor. This shows the problem with the witness's claim that he saw the doctor nodding off. Point of an unidentified object. Details. Oh, Sarge's room. Army fainted in the hallway above the coffee bar after witnessing the doctor burning the treasure. She came to. Someone was pushing her wheelchair. Frightened, she quickly fled to her room. Oh, coffee.
Take that!
Coffee's pretty good. This shows a glaring problem with a witness's statement. See, the witness has passed out from the overwhelming power of my evidence. No, Mr. Justice. Your lackadaisical attempt to refute him put my client to sleep. That's all. At 2, Phoenix. I feel a yawn coming on myself. Perhaps I'll give you a penalty. Giving you this penalty will wake me up. He's drinking coffee. How do you not off the coffee? Oh, also, this is way too far back. Damn it. I guess I keep this one. Surely there are better ways to stay awake, Your Honor. Oh, think about the relative positions of the witness and the doctor again. Right, that's where we'll find the contradiction. Hello, Mr. Justice. See that you avoid these snooze-inducing answers in the future. Relative positioning of the witness and the doctor. At his desk? Oh, yeah, I can't see it.
Take that!
A diagram of the study? Mr. Addison Wimperson allegedly viewed the murder from here. And the doctor was allegedly nodding off here. But from his vantage point, the bookcase would have blocked the witness's line of sight. Well, I guess I believe you're right.
Objection!
Objection! The fact remains my client knew that the suitcase was the murder weapon. So he definitely had first-hand knowledge of the crime scene. I'm afraid I have to agree with you there, Mr. Wright. But then we have to ask ourselves, from what vantage point did he see the murder? What are you insinuating, Mr. Justice? From what vantage point could Mr. Addison Wimperson have seen the dozing doctor? Once we determine that, I believe we'll finally see the truth behind this incident. The witness saw the murder from right here. Well, my guess is he actually committed the murder, so I would say that he just did it here.
Take that!
You've got to be kidding! But that's... It is indeed. But everything only makes sense if the witness was there in the study. Inside the study? But that's a scene of the crime. I know. Mr. Addison Wimperson, the man who claims to be the witness to the murder, was most certainly in that very room. Apollo, are you suggesting? Mr. Addison Wimperson, weren't you the one who actually swung that suitcase? Ah! Objection! What you're proposing is ludicrous. My client is a small, thin man, whereas Mr. Arabal has the musculature to pull it off. His big, glaring muscles, almost as good as Edgeworth's. Didn't really... Oh, okay. You added that last part of the statement there. Oh, okay. He has a point. He has a point. I keep up trying to lift that thing after one go. Oh, you gotta move, do a little more weights. That's right. He's the only one who could have lifted such a heavy object. Now, do you understand? The rebel Dats Arabal is the Doctor's killer. As long as the suitcase is the murder weapon, the suspicion falls entirely on Dats. You'll have to poke a hole in Mr. Wright's argument somehow, Apollo. Oh, I will. With his own technique, no less. If Mr. Addison Wilburson couldn't swing the suitcase around, we'll just have to consider another way he could have used it as a murder weapon instead. I'm going to turn this case on its head, Mr. Wright, just like you taught me. You talk big, Mr. Justice, but do you have what it takes?
Well, this should be interesting.
Mr. Addison Wimperson's testimony has been filled with one inaccuracy after another. First, he stated that Dr. Buff was in front of the bookshelves. Now he claims the doctor was sitting at his desk. So where was the victim really when he was killed? Also, where was his killer? And how was the murder weapon really used? Oh, I get it now. If it is indeed the suitcase, let's just say that he oh, maybe he left the suitcase up there instead of down there on the second floor. Just dropped it like, yeah, and then bam. The important thing here is the position of the victim and the killer relative to each other. Yes, Your Honor. If they were positioned in a certain way, it would be possible to use the suitcase as a weapon without lifting a finger. You can't mean... I would ask the court to recall the study's layout. That or the ladder, but I don't think it's... Well, that would be harder to drag that ladder up while... that suitcase up while going up a ladder. That's worse than lifting it. It's quite distinctive, as you can see. Now, if Dr. Buff was sitting in a certain spot, and his killer was at a certain other spot, the suitcase would have become a weapon anyone could use. What if he missed? It's just like, whoa! Just the suitcase crashes next to him. He's like, did you just try to kill me with that? He just... I don't know, lunges at him. Very well, Mr. Justice. Where was Dr. Buff's killer at the time of the crime? Right over the coffee bar. There? Oh, that's... This should wrap things up nice and pretty for you, Mr. Wright. I would ask the court to recall the study's layout. But this time, instead of thinking in 2 dimensions, let's think in 3. Only then can we clearly see the killer's method at work. Look at this 3D model. The killer didn't have to swing the suitcase. If he used gravity to his advantage, that is. Dang it, that's why you leave your suitcase behind. That's right. It was the plaintiff, when Paul Addison Wimperson, who used the suitcase. He pushed it from the 2nd floor. Ugh. And sent it hurling down onto Dr. Buff, who was sitting at the coffee bar. We got him. Ah! A psychology book had been at the coffee bar, no doubt. The doctor must have set it down there after he'd finished reading it or the like. But his blood got on it, which is why the killer thought to hide it in that mountain of books. Objection! That's quite an entertaining theory you have there, Mr. Justice. But there's no evidence that the murder took place at the coffee bar. There's coffee stains there, though. I'm not so sure about that, Mr. Wright. I'd say that the evidence of the murder occurring at the coffee bar exists. The evidence does exist, and I'm going to show you. You are? Okay. This right here is proof that the murder took place at the coffee bar. Cafe.
Take that!
Some good old cafe. This brown stain was determined to be coffee. What's more, it was still a bit damp when we saw it yesterday morning. One look at this book speaks volumes, I'm afraid, Mr. Wright. It tells us the doctor was having a cup of coffee at the coffee bar. That's when the suitcase came hurling down, striking him on the head, causing both his blood and his coffee to splatter onto it. Ah! Ah! Well, Mr. Addison Wimperson, that even is your real name. What motive could I have possibly had to kill Dr. Buff? And there it is, the final excuse cornered killers are so fond of. Well, the doctor never returned your crystal to you, did he? Instead, he hid it in the cave ruins. Telling him that the Defiant Dragons were a dangerous bunch was a huge blunder. All it did was make him hide the orb. Your lie came back to bite you in the end. Even worse, the doctor saw the news reports, so he knew the relic was the Founder's Orb. Being the conscientious researcher he was, he knew he had to return it to the rightful place. That meant keeping it out of your hands. You were so angry that he refused to return the relic to you, that you killed him with your own hands. Isn't that right, Mr. Addison Wimperson? Ah! He keeps breaking that thing. That is. What now? What do you want, sir? Apollo! Don't. Please don't accuse my client of murder. Uh-oh. Phoenix, you're being blackmailed. Blink twice. Huh? Oh. Also, this is the first time a lawyer's just like, objection. Please don't do this. Please, please, please? What do you mean, don't accuse him? Why would you even say that, Mr. Wright? What I meant was, he's a promising politician with a bright future ahead of him. Damn. You have to lie? It's in our nation's best interest to avoid burdening him with the taint of a scandal. Say what? Put more tape on it, it'll work. Right! You'd better do something to change the current courtroom climate, or I'll be charged with murder. And you know what will happen to her if that happens. Damn it. They kidnapped Maya again. What's he talking about? Well, I can ponder that later. For now, Mr. Wright, can't possibly believe that Mr. Arbol is the killer. Are you really going to send an innocent man to prison? I thought you were better than that. Well, Mr. Wright, answer me! This dude has to deal with that we're seeing an outsider's perspective of him dealing with the fucking dilemma in the other case. Mr. Wright? Wouldn't know what's going on here. If you won't say anything, then... Mr. Addison Wimperson, the defense hereby accuses you of... Hold it! Apollo, wait! You too, Adina.
It's just, I wasn't sure whether I should say anything, but during that last recess when I went to check on Mr. Wright, I overheard something I shouldn't have. Are we whispering right now? I trust Maya's unharmed. Damn it, why is it always, why are we always doing this to Maya? Can't you like catch a fucking break? I can't really say. Just remember, if I'm arrested or fail to obtain the treasure, there will be consequences. Consequences of the worst kind, if you catch my drift. Relax. All you have to do is ensure I get my hands on that relic. I must deliver it to my benefactor at all costs. What did he want the relic for anyway? It's something to do with an old legend. My patron seeks the great powers that to be granted to whoever solves its secret. I mean, it was already solved. Maya? As in Maya Fey? Yes. The boss's legendary former assistant. Damn, you could put legendary in front of her name. That's true, though. Miss Fey's being held hostage? Again? So it seems. Again. Why didn't you tell me as soon as you heard about this? Sorry, it's just Mr. Wright spotted me before I could slip away. And made me promise not to tell you. He said it would make things more difficult if you found out. As if things weren't already hard enough. So that's why Mr. Wright was acting so strange. I had no idea. This must have been excruciating for him. He's like, I have to defend a fucking murderer. This sucks. Think Justice, there's gotta be something you can do. Mr. Justice, about the last statement of yours, I believe you were in the middle of accusing the plaintiff of murdering Dr. Buff. Would you care to continue? I'm sorry, Apollo. I'm really, really sorry. What's cutting into you two? If I accuse that slime bag, I put Miss A's life in jeopardy. It seems you finally caught on. I'm far too important to be accused of murder. After all, our nation's future rests squarely on my shoulders. Either I give up or... If I present the crystal to my patron, victory is assured. Then one day I'll become president and then king. I'll have every politician at my command. Now retract your accusation. I can't kowtow to him, but the defense would. It would like to retract the previous objection. Oh man, that Jameson Price objection. Let's fucking go. Hey man, Apollo, you about to let a murderer get away? Dirk. I don't know what's going on here, but a lawyer should never look the way you do right now, with defeat and resignation written all over your face.
A dragon never yields.
Thanks, man. She needs to stay home. She can't leave her fucking house. She, the minute she steps outside, boom, kidnapped. Boom, accused of murder.
Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get to the truth.
Dirk, a dragon never yields. He's right. It's all over if I give up now. If Mr. Right hands are tied, it's up to me to do what must be done. He saved my neck so many times. Now,
It's my turn to save his. Dirk, thanks for that wake-up call.
Now that's the face of a lawyer you've got there, son.
Where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm gonna find a way to save Miss Faye and see that justice is served.
How do we do that?
That scumbag is holding Miss Faye hostage to ensure he gets the orb for his patron. It seems said patron believes the orb's legend. Thing is, the founder did appear when the orb was exposed to fire, just as the legend said. If the legend is true, then we've already solved the riddle, right?
Yes, we have.
Have we not? Yes, we've definitely solved the riddle. And yet, we still don't understand what that part about bestowing power is talking about. So no, I guess we haven't then. The legend says the founder will bestow great spiritual power when she returns. But if that's true, it means we haven't solved the whole riddle yet. How can that be? Are we missing something? Wait, maybe the part about the founder returning should be taken literally. But how would it be possible for a dead person to return to the world of the living? Cloning. Time travel. Channeling. We channel the oh my god. The founder can return through channeling. Oh, I know! There is a way for the dead to return. Spirit channeling! Of course, you'd have to know what the founder looks like first. Oh, and the image is... Oh, I see. But the orb has revealed her face to us. So what if it's a sign that we should channel her? And Maya can channel the spirit, and they can keep Maya alive. Given the facts, in order to solve the riddle and receive the founder's power, I'd need a spirit to practice channeling. We follow, practice on a channel. You can do it. A medium is needed to obtain the power. The ability of a medium to channel spirits is the final key to unlocking the orb's secret. That means Mr. Addison Wimperson's patron will need one. We'll need one too. And once that slimy politician realizes that, he won't be able to lay a finger on Miss Faye. Everything's gonna be okay, Mr. Wright. Because Mr. Paul Addison Wimperson can't afford to harm a hair on Miss Faye's head. Huh? Mr. Addison Wimperson! It seems you've chosen the wrong person to take hostage. What do you mean? Your patron seeks to solve the orb's riddle, and thereby receive great spiritual power. However, only Maya Faye can truly give them what they really want. She can? What do you mean, only Maya Faye? Think about what the return of the founder really means. We should have considered it more literally. After all, the orb was made in the kingdom of Krine, the birthplace of spirit mediums. I think I see now. You need to know what the deceased looks like in order to channel them. But in Krineism, depicting the face of the founder is taboo. However, her true face was hidden in the orb. So maybe the orb is telling us to try channeling the founder. Exactly. Through a spirit medium, the founder can quite literally return. And if the legend is true, the founder just might bestow spiritual power on someone when she does. It's like when Pearls imbued my Magatama with spiritual power. If a human could be imbued with such power in a similar manner,
it is said the founder possesses immense spiritual power. Such a great feat would not necessarily be beyond her. Wait a second. Then the legend is true.
Do you understand now, Mr. Addison Wimperson? You are holding hostage the final key to unlocking the orb's secret.
And if anything were to happen to her, the riddle would remain unsolved forever.
You fucked, bro.
Hold it! There's always help. I can simply ask her to help.
If she wants money, I have plenty to offer. You're literally holding her cousin hostage. Why would she help? She would not do that. You're fucking dumb. Get out of here. Bozo. She's not the kind of person to be tempted by material gain. And she certainly wouldn't help you if anything were to happen to her cousin. Or maybe you'd like to go and ask the Queen of Khura'in to channel the founder for you. He could, but he'd probably get executed for requesting such a thing. This fucking team rocks hard, baby. It's over. Now confess. You killed Dr. Buff, didn't you? Oh, it's time for breakdown.
Hey, what's it supposed to end this way? Mr. Addison Wimperson, are you admitting to committing the crime? You're my lawyer, right? Do something.
It's true that I'm a lawyer, and as such, it's my job to defend you. However, defending my client isn't the only duty a lawyer has. There's something else that's equally as important. That is finding the truth.
What?
Mr. Addison Wimperson, you have sought to twist the truth in the dirtiest of ways. I was complicit in your hostage-taking, but in a way, I was being held hostage too. Even so, there's still hope for me to make things right, and I owe it all to you, Apollo. Mr. Wright, I can't allow a murderer to walk away scot-free. Therefore, Mr. Addison Wimperson, I must resign as your attorney, effective immediately. See you later.
No. Does this mean I'm under arrest? No!
It's time! Oh, he's gonna tape it up. Keep taping it up. Good luck with that, buddy. Well, I've nothing to confess. What? I said I've nothing to confess. I don't, and I won't, especially not to a plebeian like you. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Besides, there's no truth to these allegations. I mean, look at the suitcase. You won't find a single print of mine on it. All that means is you wiped them off, taking care to only leave Mr. Arabal's. as many a good politician has said before me, no comment. In that case, try switching things up, Apollo. Look at the situation from a different angle. Is there really nothing that points to the suitcase being dropped from above? Evidence that points to the suitcase being dropped from the second floor. If the killer pushed the suitcase from the second floor hallway over to the coffee bar, that would place him right around here. Maybe, just maybe. Thought of something, Apollo? I believe this piece of evidence to be connected to the dropping of the suitcase. Also, when to resign? Can you resign as a lawyer mid-trial? And can you do that also? Just then be like, I'm gonna just start helping the other lawyer. So fuck it, why not? Huh. Insult Dr. Spirit. Oh, was she using the wheelchair to... Oh, would she take her out of the wheelchair? Wait, how the hell do you do that? Use the thing to push it?
Take that!
That appears to be a statement. But how is that related to this case?
In the night of the murder, Your Honor, Miss Army Buff physically left her room. That's when she saw the doctor burning the orb and subsequently passed out, right above the coffee bar. But with her there in her wheelchair, the killer wouldn't have been able to drop the suitcase down onto the doctor. Good point. However, according to Sarge, she woke up just as someone was trying to move her in her wheelchair. Someone was pushing my wheelchair. What? I was so scared. I beat a hasty retreat as fast as my wheels could take me. She must have been in the killer's way and had to be moved. Isn't that right, Mr. Addison Wimperson? Ah! And if the killer had pushed the wheelchair with his bare hands, we may yet find the conclusive evidence we need. Exactly. Fortunately for us, that evidence slipped right through the killer's fingers. If only he'd been able to hold on to it just a little tighter. But now he is neither able to discard nor alter it. That's right, she immediately left the room. He's cooked. Honestly, that piece of evidence wasn't even supposed to be here in this courtroom today. And yet, it looks like sometimes things do get better. She was so brave. She came to this court. And she's the vital key evidence. Get fucked. But this wasn't supposed to happen. No. Well, too bad. Because the evidence that sped away from you that night has come back to haunt you right here at this very trial. Your Honor, the defense's final piece of evidence is on this person. Army Buff, woo!
Take that!
That's... On the night of the murder, Sarge passed out, only to come to and find that someone was pushing her wheelchair. That's when she fled back into her room. She didn't physically see a single soul after that. Not until Adina drew her out. Drew that therapy session, that is. Oh, so bright! The light! Why did it stay on that so long? Well, the killer was able to wipe the prints on the suitcase off. The same can't be said for the prints that got away. My fellow Crimeans. Well, Mr. Paul Addison Wimperson, try to explain your way out of this one. The podium is all yours. It's time for your debate, buddy. Go ahead, go get him, man. Paul Addison Savior. No, I'm not a cook. Oh, of course I see that one. But it can't end like this. This is great things. Something's wrong. This isn't real. It's a dream. Oh, the electricity. Wait, what? Wait, really? Huh? Oh, he's hallucinating. That's so funny. Wait. No way. Bonsai. Arrested on murder charges, stripped of electoral win. Wait, what? You hear bonsai in the background. No. Please. Wait. Don't go. No. Grandpa! Oh, I fucking broke, bro. And we win.
Mr. Addison Wimperson, are you alright? Bailiff, come to the first aid session on the double. Well, this was yet another unexpected turn of events. In light of everything that's been revealed, it seems the relic is indeed the Founder's orb. And we solved the murder! Crazy. And it seems Mr. Paul Addison Wimperson can be considered a suspect in Dr. Buff's murder.
Apollo,
I want to thank you for everything. Thanks to you, I didn't have to keep bending the truth. I don't know what I would have done without you. Don't mention it. You were amazing, Apollo. Well, I couldn't have done it without Dirk.
A dragon never yields.
Thanks for repeating that voice line, buddy. Latch on them jaws, buddy. That's what he said. A dragon never yields. Every lawyer should take that to heart. As it seems both sides have no further objections. With Dirk said Marty. Please take the stand. Yeah, what up? This court awards the orb of the defiant dragons per the stated transfer agreement. We did it! Confetti! Yippee! Should the Kingdom of Karine claim ownership, the matter may have to be deliberated in court all over again. I just hope, or shall I say pray, that I'm not the judge presiding over that one. I'm done for today. Get fucked. Indeed, a trial like that might spark an international incident. Still, there are bigger and more momentous things astir in the air. The revolution. Dick's really serious about this. The court is adjourned. Disrecord. Nice work, son. You finally broken through that last obstacle on the road to revolution. Revolution. It just doesn't seem real. Yes, well, to think you actually defeated the Fighting Phoenix. All I can say is, that's my boy! Well, Mr. Wright did have his hands tied. Who knows if I'd won if he'd been able to fight me head on. I see it more like you saved Mr. Wright. Saved him? Yeah, remember what he said? He didn't have to bend the truth anymore, and it was all thanks to you. I don't know about that. Still, I guess it is kind of nice to be appreciated. Mr. Dirk? Now that the Holy Mother's face has been revealed, are you gonna have a spirit medium try to channeling her? I, for one, would love to see the return of the legendary founder. Yeah, just think about it. Being able to speak to someone right out of the history books. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. What? Why? A face isn't enough. You also need the true name of the one you're attempting to channel. Oh, right. I'll mention something like that. And the founder's true name is only known to the priestess who's been crowned queen. In short, the only living person who knows it is the current queen of Karine, Garon. And so without her help, we won't be seeing the founder anytime soon. That's no fun. The founder's form has appeared within. It seems only the queen knows the founder's real name. So Dirk, what will you do now? First, I'll start by tracing the route by which the orb came into Dr. Buff's hands. Since we know it was Paul Addison that asked the doctor to study it. Isn't he the one who stole it? No, a political nobody like him couldn't get anywhere near the orb, let alone steal it. He must have had inside help. With money on... My money is on someone connected to the royal family. Oh right, you said something to that effect back in the cave. Whoever it may be, we need to expose their dirty schemes to the light of day. Well, I'm sure Mr. Red has plenty of information, courtesy of his dirty client. He might be able to shed some light on this. Private Justice, that was a fine work you did at trial today. You did your sergeant proud. Back at you, Sarge. It took real courage to leave your room like that. It's all thanks to you and Corpse Woman Sykes.
My siege defense over, I can finally sally forth. The battle's only just begun. One for me, and me alone to fight. To lose your mother, and then your father. What a terrible thing to endure.
Yeah, and being wheelchair bound doesn't help.
Private Justice, I've been thinking. It's about time I stood on my own 2 feet. After all, I no longer have Papa to coddle me.
Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Take a good look, soldier. This is one small step for man, and one giant leap for me.
Are you gonna attempt to walk?
Hold my drill for you, would you, Private Justice?
Yes, sir. What is she up to?
Oh my god. Please be careful.
Oh. Oh.
Yo, she's standing. Let's go.
She's standing? What's this? Sarge, you mean your legs there?
I assume it's psychological.
The doctor told me I was ready to walk again months ago. But if I admitted I could walk, I knew I'd have to leave the house. So I faked it.
Makes sense, but
I kept pretending I couldn't walk. But I know Papa is watching over me now, and I'd hate to disappoint him. So from this day forth, I'm gonna march forward on my own 2 feet.
what a brave kid. Trying to move forward like this. It must be so hard. This soon after her father's death.
Don't you dare stop. You just keep walking. Comrade.
Oh, stay brave, because there will be days when you will want to stop. But I have faith you'll find a way to muster the strength to push through them.
Yeah, you can do it. Hey, Daddy's back.
Yo, where's Maya?
Phoenix. Phoenix, you did a mad on guard again, didn't you?
Mr. Wright.
What's that look on his face?
Oh, Apollo.
Is everything alright with Miss Faye?
She's safe.
For now.
Well then, we better go save her. Quick. Where is she anyway?
I'm afraid I have some bad news. Huh? Maya's not here in the States. She's still in Karine. And she's still being held hostage by the mastermind behind this whole thing. The mastermind? That's right. All Oddish and Wimperson was nothing more than a pawn. Maya's true abductor is the Kingdom of Karine.
What? I don't understand, Mr. Wright. What in the world is going on over there?
But as shocking as that news was, it was only the beginning. The beginning of something big. Big enough to shake Karine to its very core. Revolution. I was being swept up in a mighty wave that nothing could stop. Of course, at the time, I had no idea that the days ahead had in store for us. And that is it. To be continued. Wow. Wowzers. Day 2 investigation 2. Oh boy. And go back to menu. That should be it. Going for a while. I don't know. That was pretty good, huh? It came so far. It's pretty good. We got a lot of stuff going on the first day, the first trial. We were able to basically get the prelude out of the way. Plot Edition Whipperson's a funny little villain. Even though he's very easy just to get out of the way. The story with the army buff. It's very adorable, very sweet, and it's very sad. I think overall it's very gripping and it ties into all the revolution stuff. Maya being kidnapped again. I don't understand why they keep doing that. They keep putting this plot line like, yeah, just kidnap Maya again. Why not fucking let's just do that again. God Gotta go save Maya. Again! It's a little weird that they keep doing that. But alright. Understandable. I do like how this, that does always make Phoenix be like, I kind of have to twist my moral compass a little bit. It is a little, I don't know how I feel about that, only that this has happened before, and he's done that before, and you think he would be like, maybe I won't do the same thing again. But I guess him being, oh, there are times where he's like, I don't know if I want to do this. He's still like, obviously he doesn't want to do this, but you know, similar to the case all the way back in the original trilogy, he learns that he can depend on others, and he has to be taught that lesson again. It's a little weird that we kind of retreading that lesson. So I'm not sure how I feel about that specifically, but it is very nice. It's pretty cool that Apollo himself, he's like, all right, don't worry, buddy, I'll help you. And he figures out the logic to at least keep Maya safe. I think that's pretty good. I think that's, it's very sweet. And so, yeah, no, next time, I guess I assume the gang is gonna go take a plane trip over to Karine. Because that's definitely what's gonna happen. I'm excited to find out what happens. I don't know when I'll stream this again. Probably, I'll figure it out. I know I didn't post a schedule. I was busy. But that is it. Let me just put this stuff